Hi, today is February 12th, 2023, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 255 for the year, Maggie Estep. 9 years ago today you died. I want to thank you again for saving my life. I want to thank you again for showing me the way out. I want to thank you again for being an example, for making the impossible possible. I want to thank you again for being insistent, for yelling at me, for persuading, for fighting. I want to thank you again for winning those fights, for breaking me down so that I could be built up again. I want to thank you again, Maggie Estep. I love you. I miss you. I love you. Poem number 256, on Trudeau's orders. At first, the Times told me that Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau ordered an American fighter jet to shoot down an object in Canadian airspace, and I was like, how does a Canadian Prime Minister order an American jet to do anything? And the article explained that the plane was part of the North American Aerospace Defense Command, which is operated jointly by Canada and the U.S., and I was okay with that. And I was going to write a snarky poem about how I could probably trust most Canadian prime ministers to command an American jet before I'd trust most American presidents to command a Canadian jet or even an American jet. But then this morning, the article is different, and it says that Biden and Trudeau ordered the fighter jet to shoot the object down. And what I think happened was that Biden was like, hey, Trudeau, stop waving your dick around. First of all, dick waving is much more of an American thing than a Canadian thing. And second of all, on a personal level, your tweet that said that you ordered the takedown makes my dick look small. So the news report was changed, and it says the jet was acting on the orders of both men. Like, maybe the fighter jet pilot got a call from Trudeau, and the pilot is like, did you check this with Biden? And Trudeau was like, no, I don't have to check this with Biden. And then the pilot is like, I'm going to check with Biden. But I don't think that's what actually happened. Maybe Trudeau and Biden rehearsed in advance and then got on the phone with the pilot, and there's a countdown, 3, 2, 1, go. And both Biden and Trudeau say at the same time, shoot that thing down. Except I don't think that's what happened either. Because then wouldn't one of them say jinx and the other one wouldn't be able to speak until the first one said unjinx? I think somebody called the newspapers and got the newspapers to change the story so that it wouldn't look like Trudeau ordered an American plane to shoot something down while Biden was left holding his dick, even though that's what I think happened. I could be wrong about this, but I don't think I am. Poem number 257, No Relationship. You can ask, how does that have to do with anything? But really, what does anything have to do with anything? You have that one thing over here and some other thing over there, and really, how are they related? The one thing is what it is, and the other thing is what it is. They are totally separate, and each has its own meaning and implications and desires and dreams and hopes and aspirations. Each one lives in its own house, with or without a family and or pets. I mean, how can you really compare them? It's not just that it's apples and oranges, because even when it's all apples, it's still apples and oranges, because maybe one is Pink Lady and the other is Macintosh, but even if they are both Macintosh or Pink Lady or Red Delicious or Green, like maybe they are both Granny Smiths or Lodi's, even then, the one apple has nothing to do with the other, because nothing has anything to do with anything. That is what I'm saying, and I stand by it. Between any two things, there is no relationship. So don't ask me what that has to do with anything, because nothing has anything to do with anything, because nothing has anything to do with anything. Of course, I could be wrong about this, and actually, yeah, I probably am. Poem number 258, Foreign Languages. I could have sworn that that man's dog was barking in French. And then I thought the birds were singing in Spanish. And then that car horn sounded almost like Swahili. And I could have sworn that that cat was speaking Korean. But I was wrong about them all. So out of 4 foreign languages that I thought I heard this morning, I was wrong about all 4 of them. Poem number 259, Streaks. I've got a 1,617-day streak on Duolingo, but I'm still not very good with languages. See above. I've got an 858-day streak of writing at least 1 poem a day. I'm better at writing poems than I am at languages, but I'm still not as good as I would like to be. I accidentally skipped a Wordle last month, so I only have a 29-day Wordle streak. Relatively speaking, I suck at doing daily Wordles. I've got a 12,377-day streak of not doing any drugs, including alcohol. I've been surprisingly good at not doing drugs, including alcohol. And of the streaks that I've got going, that streak is the streak I would least like to break. Poem number 260, You Never Know. Usually I think I want to keep that 12,377-day streak of not doing any drugs, including alcohol, going until I die. But I still sometimes think about some things that I have never tried. I've been intimidated by heroin since I read a comic about it called The Monkey in Shock Suspense Stories number 12 when I was 14 maybe. But as I got older and less intimidated, it was more about seeing all those people waiting in line for so long. I waited 9 hours to buy tickets to see the Clash at Bonds, but generally speaking, I don't like to wait in lines. Although I don't mind waiting in lines as much as I used to, so you never know, but probably not. Probably no heroin for me ever. I have been intrigued by peyote since I was a teenager, and yahe since I was 20 or 21 and read the yahe letters. And I have been intrigued by ayahuasca ever since I realized that it was another name for yahe. But I avoided peyote and yahe ayahuasca because they make you throw up, and I'm not into throwing up. But I care less about throwing up than I used to, so you never know, but probably not. Probably no peyote or ayahuasca/yahe for me ever. And then there's absinthe. I don't think I will ever have absinthe either, as beautiful as it looks and how fun I think it might be. I really hope I keep the streak of not doing any drugs, including alcohol, going until I die. But you never know. But I will say this. If someone put a gun to my head and said, you have to break your streak of not doing any drugs, including alcohol, but you can break it however you want, I would definitely not want cocaine. And I would not smoke a joint or eat an edible or drink a Bud Light or a screwdriver or even Johnny Walker Blue, which I have wanted to try ever since I saw that episode of The West Wing where the guy ends his streak on Johnny Walker Blue. No, if I had to break the streak, I would want absinthe or yahe/ayahuasca, probably not heroin. I hear heroin is very addicting. And the last one today is poem number 261, Stupid Noodles. There were some stupid noodles. They were some stupid noodles. The instructions on the package said to put them in a bowl of water and microwave them for a minute or some shit to loosen them. But I did that, and the stupid fucking noodles didn't disentangle or loosen up. They stayed stuck together like a gray glob of bullshit rather than separated soba noodles. So the bullshit block of bullshit goes into the frying pan with the vegetables. I have to break it up with a spoon, else it will stay all stuck together. But then when I do that, the stupid noodles get broken up and end up barely being soba noodles and instead are little bits of bullshit. And I remember this happened the last time too. Now I remember, now that it's too late and I'm stuck with these stupid noodles. If I had remembered when I was at the supermarket, I never would have bought this shit. And I hope I remember next time I'm at the supermarket not to buy this shit, because I never want to have these stupid bullshit noodles ever again. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.